It's 7:46 KNEB, and time for today's News Extra program brought to you by Gering Civic Center. Here is Kevin Mooney.
Thank you very much, Dennis. Good morning, everyone. Very happy to have Scottsbluff County Sheriff Mark Overman here, and also Chris Baer from the Nebraska State Patrol. And we're going to talk about the polar plunge that is put on by the Sheriff's Office and law enforcement throughout the area to help Special Olympics. And Mark, that is coming up fairly soon. It's, the weekend after this one, right?
Yes, Kevin. Thank you for having us this morning.
Oh, you bet.
It's February 23rd. It's going to be at the Panhandle Polar Plunge, not just Scottsbluff, so we encourage people from all around the Panhandle to come and support us. And it's going to be at Riverside Park at the, it's right next to the parking lot for the Monument Valley Pathway. And after the plunge, we're going to have hot tubs available to hop in and warm up, and we're going to have warming tents, hot tubs by High Plains Spas, warming tents by the Army National Guard, and we're hoping for good weather. And then there's a post-plunge party, and that's going to be at the YMCA, and you'll have a hot lunch served by the families of the Special Olympics.
All right. And we saw, let's start off right there as far as why we're doing this. First of all, then we'll let people know about how to get involved. Special Olympics has been a thing that the law enforcement around here has been helping fund and raise money for a long, long time, right, Chris?
That's correct, Kevin. We've been involved with supporting the Nebraska Special Olympics through events like the Law Enforcement Torch Run, and now our Panhandle Polar Plunge. This is our second annual Polar Plunge. We did this event last year to support Special Olympics. Our local law enforcement officers are very supportive of our Special Olympics cause. We know a lot of our families here locally very well, and are friends with the family and the athletes, and we enjoy supporting them.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I think I saw even when I was reading one of the state newspapers, I think they had it over in Omaha or Lincoln just a weekend ago.
That's correct, Kevin. There's actually, this event has been going on for a while across the state.
Yeah.
Kearney has a large event, Omaha, Lincoln.
I think I saw it in the Kearney paper, as a matter of fact, now that I remember. Yeah. So it's a big deal. So let's talk about how people can get involved. What do they got to do? You'd like to have teams, right? That's
correct, Kevin. We encourage team participation. There's a couple different ways that they can register. The Nebraska Special Olympics website, I believe it's www.sone.com. They can register on there. We have a local website that is linked to the Scottsbluff County website. And all the information for the Polar Plunge is on that website, scottsbluffcounty.org. There are links to go ahead and register. There are also links to set up a donation tracker so that people can use their Facebook, Twitter accounts to get some electronic online giving and increase the efforts for the cause that way. Or the third way, they can contact any one of us on the committee, and we'll help them get registered. Be glad to give them any of the information that they need.
All right, so they can give you a call over at the State Patrol office. That's 632-1211 is the number there, and ask for Chris or anybody on the committee. There's probably several people on that committee, right?
There are.
Boy, we got a lot of them. You've got all kinds of folks. You've got Katie Ryan, Director of Development, and then you've got Kathy Scott and you and Jason Rogers and James Todd over at the Scottsbluff Police Department, Jason Rogers over at Gering Police Department, Chris over at the State Patrol. You got Bobby Coolman over at the Scottsbluff Police Department, Troy Brown at the Sheriff's Office, or you can talk to Mark here over at the Sheriff's Office. He'll get you involved. So there's a lot of different people that you can talk to get involved. And again, the minimum donation is $50 per person, right?
That's correct, Kevin.
And you can do it any way you want, just a straight donation or take pledges or however you want to do it.
Yes, that's correct. And there are incentives for obviously raising a little more money. Special Olympics Nebraska provides some different prizes for different funding levels. And they start all the way at the bottom with a long sleeve t-shirt. $75, right. And then there are all the way up through a different variety of prizes. I think the top prize is wheeled luggage, and
Yeah.
last year we had some computers available. And, so we just encourage everybody to come
Yeah.
out and have a great time with us. Get a little wacky and get cold in the river with us.
Yeah.
Raise some money for Special
All right.
Olympics this way.
And Mark was explaining to me out front that the whole idea here is to kind of have some fun, really, right? We want people dressed up in costumes. I know some state patrol people that were dressed up in some strange things last year, including Mr. Ellie, from what I understand, which kind of fits his personality, I think. I have to get a little dig into him.
You have to. No, last year it was. It's just a party atmosphere, and and we had a ball last year, and we had. I'm not sure exactly how many people we had down there, but more than 100, probably,
Yeah.
probably 100 to 200 people, and we drew a nice day weather-wise. It wasn't horrible. Got up into the 40s that day, and it was just a great atmosphere. In fact, there's another plunge on this day, but the folks from Omaha are coming here,
Yeah.
and Katie Ryan's going to be here this
Yeah.
year, and Jeff Boston is the state law enforcement coordinator. He's going to be here this year to help with registration, and so we'll have a good place to register. We've got a motorhome provided by Sharon and Dennis Gregory that will be there, and we've just got a lot of volunteers. We've had a lot of help on this, and people, when you ask for help, they're just jumping on this.
Yeah.
It's a good event.
Yeah, it's my understanding Becky Zwickel had a big presentation over at the Civic Center with the Next Young Professionals. Is that right?
She talked a lot about that.
Yeah.
And the Next Young Professionals, that's really a coming and effective organization, growing organization, and they just brought a lot of energy to that, and they bring a lot of energy to everything that they do.
So we appreciate them. And the other thing is we want to make sure that everybody knows it'll be safe. Last year the river was a little high, so there were some concerns, but everybody got through it okay. This year we don't really have that high river to worry about. It's down quite a bit, so there really shouldn't be any safety issues, although the Scottsbluff dive team will be there just in case.
That's correct, Kevin. And we have some other safety guidelines that are in place for the event, and they're listed on the websites. We can give that information out. It'll be put out at the event. Our MC, Ray Richards, will be announcing, and he'll let people know those things as well.
Yeah.
So it is a safe atmosphere. I'm actually hoping to see a lot of emergency personnel there, including law enforcement. There's been a kind of a red versus blue challenge go out. So we're challenging a lot of our emergency and fire department personnel locally to maybe see if the blue side can raise a little more money than they can.
Yeah.
Just letting them know on the radio that challenge is
That
still
challenge
out
is
there.
out there. Scottsbluff versus Gering thing is always out there, right? It's always out there. All right. Once again, some of the sites that you can go to. You can go to, for example, www.firstgiving.com/SONE, and that's for Special Olympics of Nebraska. You can go to that site. You can go over to the county website and register there. Do they register, Mark, right on your particular site, the sheriff's site?
No, you don't register there. Actually, the registration is all going to take place that morning.
Oh, that
But
morning.
if you go
can-
to scottsbluffcounty.org, there is a link at the top to the Polar Plunge, and that will give you 3 pages of all excellent and up-to-date information. At the back of that is the Panhandle Polar Plunge information and links, and there are all sorts of different forms in there. There are registration forms, there are donation tracking forms, there is a link to the First Giving site. Everything that you're going to find on the Special Olympics Nebraska site, it's going to be here. We have links even to a video of a polar plunge that they did in Lincoln, so you can see what it looks like, and we think this is pretty all encompassing for the information and easy to get to. But if somebody doesn't have access to a computer or something, you can stop at the sheriff's office and we have all the forms available there.
All right. Starts at 9:30 in the morning with the check-in on a week from this Saturday, on the 23rd, and then the plunging starts at 11 a.m. So hope everybody gets involved, and we appreciate Chris and Mark coming in here, the sheriff coming in here to talk about it. We want everybody to get involved.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. We appreciate your support here at the radio station as well. We're hoping to see everybody come get their feet wet and have a great time at the Polar Plunge.
All right, Polar Plunge, a week from this Saturday over at the YMCA camp.